what is that like with the audience? Because we're being extremely vague, I know, during this interview, because we don't want to spoil it, because so much of it is this ride. But the audience is predominantly white, a little bit older now that you're uptown. So what is it like? What kind of reactions are you getting from people when you play certain scenes? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I feel like I'm able to like get a sense of the demographic of the audience based on what they laugh at, what they like groan at, like who kind of like getting a sense of whose side are they on tonight.
Yes.
And when you notice that, you're like, oh, I kind of have a sense of who's out there tonight.
In the first scene, you can tell
Oh,
who they're with.
100%. And like Jakina said, like that definitely affects your reaction in the moment, one's reaction in the moment, right? It's like, oh, but like, I need you to be on my side. Yesterday, y'all were on my side. You know what I mean? So it really is the audience is our like final castmate, you know, which is amazing. Yeah.
What about you guys? Yeah, go for it.
I have to say, one reaction I love that incites me is sometimes when there's like an outrage sound in the audience of like, how are they allowed to do that? That incites me to lean further into the choice because, especially when it comes to my character's identity, I'm not given permission and I'm not asking for permission to do this because I know what that is. I know what that identity is. And I find that interesting when audience members go, they shouldn't or are not allowed to do that. I find that fun.
Well, and
Go ahead.
oh, I would just, and I think certain nights when it's the coolest to me is when you like, because you can hear all the different reactions from the audience, and after a while, as you get into the play, you almost start like hearing the audience teaching each other across, because you'll hear a certain section, and maybe a certain section of the audience is one demographic, and they've been laughing at one part of the play, and the rest of the audience has been dead silent. And then a next scene happens, and you hear someone over in the upper left, and they're laughing at something while they're silent, and they don't know what just happened. And then as the play goes on, you see the laughter and the oohs and ahs all of a sudden start to become the same thing because they've started to learn, which is like the best thing about being in a theater and why it's so important to get diverse, specifically more Black, more brown, more young audiences into the theaters, because they are teaching the person next to them the thing that they would never be able to see because of where they're coming from. So it's like when you start to, like, I feel like that's when it feels the most successful, is that like, oh, along the way we've somehow created a space where the bold and the brash is like leaned in and people still stay with us. And if they stay long enough, they will start to figure out things that they would never have the door open to go see.